Live from the Ball State News Center, this is NewsLink Indiana in high definition.
Welcome to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Jenna Liston.
And I'm Nick Ciano. Thanks for joining us. President Paul Ferguson will be making his first State of the University address this Friday at 3. Students are hoping parking is on the list of topics President Ferguson will cover. Project BSU reports.
On February 6, President Paul Ferguson will address the university in Emmons Auditorium with what he believes to be the good things that are happening with the Ball State community and also some things he thinks could be improved on. The question is, what do the students think?
Parking
services.
Parking services.
Parking services.
The price of the parking services is extremely too much, and we can't ever find a place to park.
I feel there aren't enough parking spaces for students here.
Parking services is one of the most complained about aspects here at Ball State University. There's a lot of confusion about how things operate, but Nancy Ray has some answers.
It's not mall parking, so time management is a big key. There are enough parking spaces throughout the day. It's just not going to be from a short distance. And surveys tell us that folks, even in cities and in other areas, if they can't see the building that they want to go to when they park their car, then the perception is they've parked too far. I would like for them to know and understand that our goal is not to nail students with parking fines, so to speak. Our goal is to, the best of our ability, provide ample parking for everyone who needs parking space.
What topics will President Ferguson focus on at his State of Ball State address? For Project BSU, I'm Kelsey Anderson.
The speech will be at Emmons Auditorium. Check out the live stream and more coverage of the speech at ballstatedaily.com. To join the conversation, use the hashtag StateOfBSU.
The Indiana Bureau of Motor Vehicles is getting a big change in management after mistakenly overcharged nearly 30,000 customers, a total of about $2 million over the last 6 years. Governor Mike Pence announced his decision to appoint Kent Abernathy to be the new BMV commissioner. Current Commissioner Don Seamus will take a position with the state's Family and Social Services Administration following his replacement. Governor Pence stated he wanted the back office of the BMV to run as well as the front office. The BMV will begin to issue refunds or credits to its affected customers.
President Obama will be coming to Indianapolis at the end of this week. The Indy Star reports that the president will be at Ivy Tech Community College on Friday to talk about middle-class economics. According to a White House spokesman, President Obama will talk about how to prepare Americans to earn higher wages and the importance of making paychecks of working families go further. More details are to come later this week. This will be the 7th time Obama has visited the Hoosier State since he took office in 2009. A fire broke out late Sunday night at Frankie D's Flea Market located at 1900 South Hoyt Avenue. 30 Muncie firefighters as well as other volunteer fire departments were called to the scene to control the fire around 1 a.m.
The entire incident lasted for 18 hours, closing traffic in the area. The fire shut down power and caused cable outages in the neighboring areas. A broken gas line made the fire burn through the day, causing Delaware County volunteer departments to remain on standby throughout the rest of Sunday. Fire Chief Eddie Bell said that the fire had a big head start on the fire department and that they were forced into what is called a defensive stance, meaning they aimed to contain the blaze. Chief Fire Investigator Robert Meade says the cause of the fire remains unknown.
A Muncie teen has filed a lawsuit against the owners of local McDonald's restaurants and Terhunes Incorporated after he says he drank a cup full of cleaning solution that he believed contained tea. According to the suit, Zane Pollard Kennedy went into the McDonald's on 500 East Charles Street on August 30th, 2013. After drinking some of the liquid he obtained from a beverage stand, he claims that he began to feel a burning sensation in his chest and started vomiting. The suit continues, stating that Pollard Kennedy suffered from pain and unspecified permanent injuries. Neither McDonald's or Robert Terhune have commented on the issue.
Last fall, a Ball State student was involved in a bicycle accident on McKinley Avenue. The student was not wearing a helmet and suffered serious injuries as a result. NewsLink Indiana's Tony Sandlaben reports.
Sophomore film student Alex Ron began his Ball State career in January of 2014 after transferring from Ivy Tech. He quickly made his presence known, winning 2 awards at the Frog Baby Film Festival. The start of his fall semester, however, was not so glamorous.
So I don't remember it, but I crashed. Didn't have a helmet on. I was probably, because it was such a short ride and I was probably late, I was probably going about 25 miles an hour. And I crashed right out on McKinley, about 100 yards south of the bell tower.
While riding his bike to his 10 a.m. German class, Ron crashed on McKinley Avenue and was hospitalized at Ball Memorial Hospital for 4 days before returning home to Fishers to recover from his injuries.
Cracked my skull, I broke my collarbone. I woke up in a hospital a couple hours later. That's what happened.
Something caused Ron to flip over his handlebars and land in the middle of the road here on McKinley Avenue. Now, unfortunately, the last thing Ron remembers is getting on his bike and leaving, which means no one knows exactly for sure what caused the accident. Dustin Meeks is a good friend of Ron's and spent a good amount of time with him and his family at the hospital.
I want to say it was the print story had that it wasn't a bus, but that he had a wreck, and that the bike had malfunctioned, right? That his chain had come loose from one of the derailleurs and had caught and had thrown him over the handlebars. But I mean, and I talked with Alex in a moment when he was kind of lucid about the bike being damaged, and I literally had watched him before we started last fall build that bike. I was there on the day that he put it together. And so I was like, did it fall apart? And he said that wasn't possible, that it didn't. The chain had not come loose and that was not the problem.
Ron ended up missing about a month and a half of school and had to drop 2 classes as a result of the bike wreck. He's now back and is right back to work here early in his 3rd semester at Ball State. Despite all that has happened, Ron still plans on once again submitting films to the Frog Baby Film Festival. In Muncie, Tony Sandlaben, NewsLink, Indiana.
Alex Ron made his return to Ball State around the time of Halloween. He still has limited hearing in his left ear, but he has returned to a full slate of classes and a number of film projects this semester. So Nick, what is up with this weather? First we started with snow, then turned to rain and freezing overnight. What is up?
It's definitely been crazy all day. I know I had to break my boots out earlier. Let's toss it over to Adam with the weather.
Thanks, guys. We have had some crazy weather with it being right around freezing. We've seen some mix of rain, snow, some freezing rain as well, causing some icy conditions. Taking a look right now at what's in Muncie, we're currently experiencing 14 degrees. But because of these winds out of the west at 8 miles an hour, it only feels like 3 degrees outside. So you definitely want to bundle up. Moving on to this last 14 hours, looking at the scramble light, we saw some sun today in the afternoon and evening, which did make it pretty nice. And we will see this continuing on in the week. Coming up though, I will talk about another chance of snow in our forecast, a bitterly cold snap coming to our area, as well as your 7-day forecast. Back to you at the desk.
Next, we take a closer look at the man behind all of those posters in the atrium.
And the Super Bowl last night is said to have hit an all-time ratings high. So we asked you your thoughts on the big game, coming up after the break.
Pretty much a good day for me would be people leaving their hands off of me. I'm always called names. Everywhere that I go, there's always someone calling me names, calling me gay. I've been choked, thrown up against a wall, punched. Nobody's ever tried to help me.
From the Ball State News Center, you're watching NewsLink Indiana in high definition. Family and friends are gathering around Whitney Houston's daughter in a Georgia hospital.
Bobby Christina Brown is in a medically induced coma after being found face down and unresponsive in a bathtub full of water. Victor Blackwell has the latest.
Good morning. In addition to that medically induced coma, we've also learned that Bobby Christina Brown is in the intensive care unit at this hospital. Her condition has been stabilized, but she is breathing with the use of a ventilator. We've also received a statement from her father, singer Bobby Brown. He writes that privacy is requested in this matter. Please allow for my family to deal with this matter and give my daughter the love and support she needs at this time. Understandably, a very difficult, tragic time for his family. It was Saturday morning when Brown was found face down in a bathtub full of water in her town home near Atlanta. According to police, she was not breathing, her heart was not beating. CPR was attempted there at the scene. She did not respond. She was brought here to this hospital and has been in that medically induced coma ever since. Now, the details here are eerily similar to those surrounding her mother's death. Whitney Houston found on Grammy weekend in a bathtub full of water at the Beverly Hilton Hotel, and drugs were found to be part of the cause of her death. So we asked the local investigator if drugs were involved in this case.
Right now, they did not see anything on the scene that would indicate that. No alcohol or drugs laying around that would indicate that.
Very few details coming out from local investigators and from the hospital, but a source tells CNN Sonny Hostin that this is going to be a waiting game.
Pro Football Hall of Famer Warren Sapp was arrested in Arizona on suspicion of soliciting a prostitute and assaulting 2 other women. The arrest occurred this morning at around 7 a.m. at a downtown Phoenix hotel. Police were originally called to the scene for a disturbance call. Upon arrival, one woman claimed to have been assaulted after she and another woman working as escorts got into an argument about a guest's money. Investigators determined the act of prostitution occurred in Sapp's room and he was arrested. Sapp's contract with the NFL Network has since been terminated.
Last night's Super Bowl posted the largest audience in television history. Before last night's game, Super Bowl 48 was the most watched television event in history, with 112.2 million viewers. The big game last night reached 114.4 million. Casey Patton reports.
From the commercials to the fights to the once-in-a-lifetime interceptions, Super Bowl 49 had a lot to offer. Today I went around Ball State and asked some students what their favorite part of the program was.
My favorite part of the game was probably the fight at the end. It was pretty great. Everybody in the house stood up and started yelling, "Five, fives!" It was pretty awesome.
My favorite part of the Super Bowl was the Budweiser puppy commercial. It brought tears to my eyes and really touched my soul. I was also a pretty big fan of the Katy Perry halftime show. I thought she was beautiful in her outfit and the shark and everything. Just thought it was really well done, and that was my favorite part.
I really liked how the Super Bowl took a more serious stance with their commercials this year, and they weren't as humorous as they usually are. They helped raise awareness for different domestic violence occurrences in texting and driving, so I really like that.
That was today's quick question. Back to you guys at the desk.
Posters have taken over the atrium at Ball State. NewsLink and reporter Bree Isom takes us to the poster sale to find the latest thing to put in your dorm room.
Looking for something cool and new to spice up your dorm room? Well, look no further. Ball State University has given students the opportunity to buy cool and new posters this week and this week only.
Our business is Pyramid America, and we sell posters to college students twice a year. And we're based out of New York City, and we travel across the country and go to different colleges. And most of our posters are $9, and the college students love it.
These posters can be yours. Just stop by the atrium anytime this week between 2 through 9 p.m.
There is a website. If you just Google Pyramid America, we're usually the second one down on the list, or you could just go to pyramidamerica.com. We're also Pyramid International, so we also sell posters in Britain and have like British posters. But you can find all our information on our website.
Bree Isom, NewsLink Indiana. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Bree. The poster sale is going on all week between 2 and 9 p.m.
Coming up in NewsLink weather, don't get too comfortable. More snow is on the way.
And with it comes even colder temperatures. Stay tuned.
The next 30 seconds can save you a lot of money. Just do your laundry in cold and stick to full loads. Auto-sleep your computers. Plug your gadgets in a power strip and switch it off when you're done. Headed out? Turn back your thermostat by 10 degrees. And drive sensibly. The more energy you save, the more money you save. Find other great tips at energysaver.gov.
Been getting a lot of snow lately. Adam, can you talk a bit about the weather?
Yeah, we've seen some snow here and there, and we have some more coming up. But right now, looking at the satellite radar, we are pretty clear, a few clouds here and there. But out to the east, on the east coast, Boston is receiving most of that snow. And just in the past 10 days, they have received around 40 inches of snow. But back here in Indiana, temperatures across the state, Fort Wayne is at 15 degrees, Indianapolis 17. But here in Muncie, we are still sitting at 14 degrees with winds out of the west at 8 miles an hour, which is causing a wind chill of 3 degrees, so you'll definitely want to stay bundled up. Now the chance of snow is going to come with this band of snow on Wednesday evening. We'll arrive around 5 and move out of the area around 11 and 10 p.m. And then throughout the rest of the night into Thursday morning, we will see some flurries here and there. By the end of the event, we could see around an inch to maybe a little more in some localized areas. But moving on for tonight's forecast, we are going to see some breezy conditions, a low of 12 degrees, and with the winds out of the west at 7 to 10 miles an hour, we could see wind chill values in the single digits. So definitely stay bundled up as you go out on your evening commute. For tomorrow, we are seeing that high of 29 degrees with partly cloudy skies. So we will see some sun here and there throughout the day tomorrow. Still some breezy conditions out of the southwest at 7 to 13 miles an hour. For the 7-day forecast, Wednesday, we're going to see that snow with a high of 32 degrees. Then come Thursday's our major cool down, only forecasting a high of 16 degrees. So you'll definitely want to bundle up as you go to class. And then for the rest of the week and weekend, we could see some more snow for the weekend, as well as starting a wintry mix on Saturday into Sunday morning. And then for the start of the next work week, a high of 20. So you'll definitely want to stay focused throughout this week and follow our weather forecasters each day as the snow event happens.
And next in NewsLink Sports, the Ball State men's basketball team continues to struggle.
That and more coming up.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
From the Ball State News Center, you're watching NewsLink Indiana in high definition.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Caitlin Ewing with sports. This was an eventful weekend for Ball State sports. We started out with the weekend with the women's basketball team hosting Northern Illinois. We have NewsLink Indiana's Aaliyah English with a recap from this weekend's game.
Ball State's women's basketball team went head-to-head with Northern Illinois Saturday in Worthen Arena. The Cardinals came out hot, scoring the first shot of the game and slowly fizzled throughout the first half. Cardinal defense was no match for Amanda Coral, leading the Huskies with 26 points on the night. Cardinals were first to play catch-up for most of the night and pull within 3 points with a big-time three from Jill Morrison with 2 minutes left in the game. The Cardinals then came up with a defensive stop, giving the Cardinals one last chance to tie the game. Cardinals failed to capitalize, losing 62-65.
You know, I just think Northern came in and they out-toughed us. We really struggled to guard them.
The women's basketball team is now 10-10 and 6-3 in the MAC. They will be in action this weekend at Toledo. The men's basketball team was away on Saturday, competing against the Miami Redhawks. The Cardinals came in losers of 5 straight. They started off hot, knocking down 10 three-pointers in the first half. Ball State had a 43-30 lead with 18 minutes to play, but Miami's pressure increased and the Cardinals' defense started to falter. Ball State surrendered 49 points to the Redhawks in the second half, allowing them to shoot 70% from the field. The final score was 79-73 Miami. Coming back from a back injury causing him to sit out for 2 games straight, Matt Kepanicki was impressive, hitting 3 for 3 and showing dominance and leading the team with the most rebounds overall. The team also stepped up this weekend, having one of their best shooting performances of the season, hitting 58% of their shots. Freshman Sean Sellers and sophomore Franco House led the team in total points with 15 each. Here's what Ball State head coach James Whitford had to say in his press conference today about the Cardinals' performance.
Miami game, I felt like when they rallied, we really lost our. We made a lot of simple mistakes on defense, and I don't know if I'd call it mental toughness or our ability to stay focused in the game pressure, but we lost it. You know, we're getting ready to watch it as a team, and that's something we have to be able to correct here down the stretch, because we played certainly more than well enough on the offensive end.
Ball State has now lost 6 straight. They'll head into Wednesday's game versus Buffalo at 7-12 on the year. Coming up, NewsLink has the latest entertainment news,
including the outcome of a Super Bowl bet worthy of superheroes. Stay tuned.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
From the Ball State News Center, you're watching NewsLink Indiana in high definition.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I am Moye Whitehead with your entertainment news. Much buzz has been circulating lately surrounding the Keeping Up with the Kardashians star Bruce Jenner, and today sources from People confirmed what most fans of the show have been speculating for months, that indeed Bruce Jenner is transitioning into a woman. According to a source close to the family, Bruce is finally happy and his family is accepting of whatever he does. A Jenner insider tells People that the 65-year-old reality star is filming his life-changing journey and will share it with viewers on a docu-series later this year when Bruce is ready to be open about his situation. Chris Pratt, aka Star-Lord of the Guardians of the Galaxy, is making good on his superhero Super Bowl bet between friend and Captain America star Chris Evans. Evans, a New England Patriots fan, bet Pratt, a Seattle Seahawks fan, that if the Patriots won Super Bowl 49, Pratt would have to visit dressed as Star-Lord Christopher's Haven, a Boston-based charity that benefits the families of child cancer patients. But here's the catch. Not only does Pratt have to dress up as Star-Lord, he also has to wear a Tom Brady jersey. In the end, Seattle won't be left superhero-less, as Evans tweeted that he will be joining Pratt at Christopher's Haven, and the two will be visiting the Seattle Children's Hospital in the upcoming weeks. I'm Moye Whitehead, and that's all for tonight's entertainment news.
That's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. I'm Jenna Liston.
And I'm Nick Ciano. Thank you for joining us.